Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is week 3 L.E.G. I'm your host, the Commish. Yes, this is the third video in a row. I can't believe that's actually happened. It's been a while, probably a decade. But anyways, welcome, friends. The Commish here. Boy, what a week 2. We had overreaction week last week, and it's time to panic. Full-on panic mode for a lot of the owners out there because Sunday, the injury bug struck like crazy. Holy cow. Saquon Barkley gone. Michael Thomas is out. Greg Kittle is out. Christian McCaffrey on IR. So many players are done and on the shelf, or at least for most of the season. So the waiver wire is more important than ever. And we're going to get to that with our special guest today. But let's look at the scoreboard as things start to shake out after week 2. My goodness, New World O'Creaky comes roaring back after last week's defeat, beating Modelo Virus 186, 163. Jable yet to get a win. Look at the beatdown on Dahlgren by 80 points, 234 to 153. Party like a rock star, predicting the win. The Commish called it. This is a new thing. Commish called it. Also, let's go to Shane's. Look at this comeback victory. I also called this upset win. Commish called it. Shane Falco's team, Nick Shook, takes on the Dak Street Boys, beats them 161-155, coming from behind. First Down Syndrome takes out Mick, 173-143. Surprised Mick even scored that many points. Lamb of Godwin almost put up 200 on Worms and Their Money, thanks to Dahlgren's wonderful advice of sitting Leonard Fournette. And 2020 gets on the winning side of things, beating the Indy Snatch Powders 177-141. So there you have it. Like I said, tons of injuries. It's part of the game. This is what happens when you don't have preseason. So the waiver wire is going to be key. Now, everyone thought the coronavirus was going to be a hot issue. We will put to vote whether or not we need to add additional IR spots. But let's review this week's matchups and also the top waiver wire additions with our special guest on this week's Corona Chat on L.E.G. TV. Okay, I'm here live with a very special guest, the future Hall of Famer, the 3-time champion, Mr. Dan Nickel. Dan,
I'm looking at some stats. I'm looking at your stats. Sorry to interrupt you with stats.
Dan, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. I've just been watching your guys' league vicariously through Servos' drunken blabber. I love that, man.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? We have a special segment I'll get to with Servos. But so here's the big question on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to hang it up in the L.E.G.?
Man, it was like I had so many leagues going on. I had work leagues going on, friends of friends I had started, and I was like, man, I really don't want to be in this league, but if I'm not in this one, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. If I'm not in this one, I'm going to hurt somebody. So you just kind of go through those thoughts, and I was like, you know what? The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my dynasty squad, which you're in that league with me.
Yep.
We got Mick, Abby. So we got a couple guys in there. So I'm doing really well in that league now. I think I had the finish third from last year. So, but I got C-Mac and J.K. Dobbins, and so I'm ready to move forward in that league.
Ooh, so too many irons in the fire, huh?
Yeah, it was, brother. So
I got you.
I can just focus on that.
I can respect that. I mean, after you dominated for so long, it's just
and then you don't know what you miss, when it's gone.
Yeah.
So, like I miss the camaraderie, with the group and stuff and talking shit. So get back to that.
Well, you can obviously keep up to date with the videos, and who knows, maybe we might expand the league to 14 teams. I can put that on the docket as we had another league collapse, and we might bring on some new teams
Cool.
And the reason why people might want to do this, because we only had 14 teams one time, and guess who won it?
You.
This guy. Nobody can take that away from me. I'm the only person to win in a 14-team league. So nobody can take that away from me. Anyways, all right, Dan. So you're keeping up to date. You're still playing fantasy football. You saw all the injuries that happened. That's why the waiver wire is more important than ever this week. So I'm going to run down some positions. I'm going to go position by position and see what, in your opinion, was the best pickup to improve a team who's got some injury issues. So I want to start at the running back. So we had Saquon Barkley go down. We had Christian McCaffrey go down. We had 49ers Mostert go down. Tons of RB1s went down. So Dan Nickel, if you are targeting if you have number one priority on the waiver wire, what running back are you targeting and why?
So if J-Rob is out there for the Jaguars, which he shouldn't be, I mean, he should have already been picked up by heaven. As soon as you guys heard the news with the Jaguars, that should have happened. So
that happened here.
Sweet job, my man.
Thank you.
You got another guy for the Rams right now that I would be targeting next, Henderson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I actually drafted him in my first year in the Dynasty rookie, and then I fucking dropped him.
Well, he didn't perform well.
I know, but some guys you got to hold in the stash.
Yeah.
Another huge replacement for CMC is going to be Davis.
Yeah.
I spent 38% of my fab on that fucker, $100. I had C-Mac, so what are you going to do?
So who do you think is going to be the bigger fantasy impact? Is now Christian McCaffrey, he's on IR. That means he's not missing the whole season.
And then you got Freeman, and then Deion Lewis as well. That all need to be grabbed right now.
So who do you take at running back?
Who would I take out of all those guys?
Yeah. Who's your
if J-Rob's not available, then I would like to. I mean, personally, I'm rooting for Mike Davis in my flex. But I want to see that Henderson kid. He's fucking lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest waiver position this week. I mean, the wide receivers, they're not sexy at all. We can talk about them a little bit. Hopefully.
Let's do it. Let's move into the wide receiver then. Who do you think on the free agent wire is somebody to target?
Yeah, so I picked up personally, I picked up some guys as well for kind of some deeper looks. I'm trying to grab my notes. A second.
Hey, while you're looking for your notes, I forgot to do this earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to highlight every week. We do the fantasy stud of the week, and there was none other than the commish, as I'm sure you saw, put a 80-point beatdown on John Dahlgren. Thank you to the likes of Russell Wilson and James Robinson and Mike Evans.
But you can go fuck yourself a little bit. Because Dahlgren's my boy. I've always rooted for Dahlgren. It started out a long time ago. I know Dahlgren put some shit in the chat like it's gay to root for someone or blah, blah, blah. But fucker, I've been rooting for you and it became a thing. All right?
There you go.
Fucking mouth. Watch your dirty little mouth, Dahlgren. Out there in your fucking van. I'm surprised that fucking thing had windows too. I don't know if you caught that on the last one. Jesus.
I agree. So, anyways.
Corner of his mouth? Okay.
So, yes, wide receivers that you think should be targeted. Who's your number? Go through a group of them. Who's your number one?
Okay. I mean, hopefully you guys already have Judy, right? Somebody's got him, all of the – okay, so –
he was drafted.
All right, good.
Which is more important now ever because, obviously the only problem with Judy is that they lost their starting quarterback, Drew Lock, in Denver. So how much security are you going to believe in Judy to, not only is his rookie season, but it's also the backup quarterback that's thrown to him. But he was definitely drafted.
KJ Hamlin plays for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sneaky good. That's Deshaun Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're looking for lightning in a bottle, it's maybe a little deeper. But looking at Michael Pittman with that situation.
Yep.
Keelan Cole, hopefully he's snatched up. What about Russell Gage in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe take a look at some of these guys. That's really all I had kind of written down. But, yeah, I picked up KJ Hamlin. I mean, why not?
So out of all of those, who do you think's the best one to pick out of there?
I'm going to go – I like Keelan Cole a lot, guys. I really do. Okay. So,
there you go. From the champ.
Yeah.
Now, we also had some tight ends go down. Greg Kittle went down.
Yep.
I know you're, just because we follow the Colts, Jack Doyle's out, which means that's a promotion for Mo Alley Cox.
It is, for sure.
There's some other tight ends fluctuating, some that aren't getting the ball, like Rob Gronkowski. as a complete corpse out there and just not really gelling with Brady in Tampa. Who are you looking at as a tight end that is available or was available? Who's the best free agent tight end pickup that probably wasn't drafted?
I mean, Drew Sample. I know that's super deep, but God, with Joe Burrow, I mean, if you guys aren't seeing that right now, you need to kind of take a peek. See, too bad he's on like Dynasty roster. Let's see. I don't know if I had any real notes on that. Who did you guys target for tight ends in your league?
Well, I think Mo Alley Cox is probably the number one sought after tight end right now, just because of the targets that he's seen, and also just the agility and the potential that he has to be kind of a stretch tight end where he can go down the field and burn a linebacker in the middle of the field. The volume's going to be there. I know Colts are going to try to run first, but Phillip Rivers is still going to throw the ball. Right. So that's who I think is the top tight end pickup.
I mean, Schultz isn't a bad option either.
Schultz isn't either. Gesicki for the Dolphins. I know Austin Stoll picked him up. A decent game last night, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat this team. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So, okay, Dan, moving to quarterbacks, you talked about Joe Burrow. He was drafted, but can you think of a quarterback right now that did not get drafted that should be on a roster?
Probably, Tannehill. You could look at guys like that. I mean, I don't know if you guys picked up Kirk Cousins or not.
Yeah, he was picked up.
I don't know if he's still out there, but I think Kirky could end up doing something maybe in the second half.
Yep. What do you think about Justin Herbert in LA?
Oh, I mean, that would be unbelievable. So I know Nesson has him in our dynasty. So
yeah,
maybe if you make this a 14-teamer, maybe I can start talking about this a little more and less of the dynasty. I know.
I'll do what I can. Okay, Dan, thank you so much for the free agent pickup advice. Yeah. You're keeping up with the league, so I'm going to do a quick rundown of the matchups this week. So first, let's start with New World O'Creaky taking on John Dahlgren, your boy, the Clock Gobblers. Who do you think takes this one?
We got to go with the Clock, no doubt.
Yeah,
no question.
Thielen and Adams.
I don't even know who's on the roster. I'm going to root for him. Where I go. And if Nesson wants to put money on it, like we usually do, I'm down with that, Nesson. Get that shit out there, Holmes.
Yeah, it's
worms are their money. Explain that real quick.
What?
Worms? What is it?
It's a reference from a sketch from the show I Think You Should Leave. It's on Netflix.
Okay. All right.
I suggest you
YouTube that. That's all right. Thank you. But let's continue with
I'm taking Dahlgren also this week.
Supposed to be fast.
Let's go to Nesson's matchup. Worms are their money versus Mick, opposite of Adam Gase. Now, Dan, if you haven't been paying attention, Mick has lost Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Mick has lost Greg Kittle. And he also lost somebody else really good. I can't think of it. For the year.
Well, here's one thing I know about mixed teams.
I think it was
he always has depth.
Yes.
I don't even need to look at the roster to know that this is going to be close, and unfortunately Mick's going to lose.
Yeah. Here's why.
It's going to be closer than what you think.
I don't think it's going to be that close. Well, actually, I think it will be close because Nesson, news just came out that Julio Jones might miss this week. So I think that's going to hurt him because other than that, he's got DJ Moore. But he does have Edwards-Helaire in the running back for Nesson. But yeah, Mick has to roll with Drew Brees, who is showing his age this season. Devontae Parker only put up 11 points last night. I just don't see where he's going to win. I really don't.
Well, you got to believe in magic, kids.
Yeah, he lost Kittle, Mostert, Michael Thomas.
Some kid just follows people. I'm telling. The Mickey boy. I'm rooting for you, Mickey.
I think Worms or their money are going to take it. But yeah, it'll be close. Okay, let's go to Lamb of Godwood. Obby's team taking on Indy Snatch Pounders, Dave McCready. Now, Obby's favored to win 178 to 165 at this point. Obby rolling with Dak and DeAndre Hopkins and Juju versus Indy Snatch Pounders with Matty Ice, Zeke Elliott, and Mark Ingram. Who do you think wins this one?
I mean, you're sliding towards Obby, but again, with the output, that can be had on McCready's team with Matt Ryan. I mean, I don't see how Matt Ryan doesn't throw for 500 yards.
Right.
You mentioned Gage earlier. I'm not kidding. I mean, take a look at some of these guys and really put some consideration if your guys aren't producing. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Snatch Pounders might take that one.
All right.
That's what I think. Actually, no. I'm going Lamb of God.
That's where you were leaning. I'm going the other way.
We're gonna go Abby.
Maybe you were the fucking problem.
Probably. That's what I've been told many times.
Then you start bringing your kid in there, and I just want dirty diapers. I gotta go.
Okay, so let's move on to this one. This is Joe, 2020, taking on the newbie Jable Soul, who took your spot, Medela Virus. I think Joe wins this one in a landslide, mainly because Jable accidentally started Shark, or Shark Jr., who put up a big fat goose egg there in the wide receiver spot. He does have Joe Burrow and Tyler Lockett and Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon. However, Joe is riding the wave of Aaron Rodgers' revenge tour.
I guess,
with Odell Beckham Jr. and T.Y. in the receiver spot. And his running back combination is probably the best in the league. Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones for Joe. That's his RB1 and RB2.
Nice.
I think this is going to be a blowout.
I mean, Joe's set it up old school, so
yeah,
I mean, that's tough to beat.
It is, man.
But, what's even tougher is trying to fill the shoes of Bobby Knight. No,
That's right. That's right. I agree. Random. All right, let's go.
Well, you got the newbie trying to fill my anyway.
All right, first down syndrome. Jason Servos taking on Sons of Shane Falco. Nick Shook, who had a come-from-behind victory last week and beat Austin Stoll, the defending champ. Jason riding Kyler Murray, which was a deep draft pick, one of the later quarterbacks taken, and that's paying off. He's got Bobby Woods and Alvin Kamara are definitely his stars. We are starting this week. Allen Robinson tracker. Okay, so every week we're going to show where he ranks position-wise, how many games he's played, and how many total points. So as you can see right there, that is where currently Allen Robinson stands, which is not panning out so far for Mr. Servos. I can't wait to do that every week. But Shook running with Lamar Jackson, the defending MVP, and he's got Calvin Ridley and McLaurin, one of the most underrated wide receivers this season, and he's starting Devontae Freeman. Who do you think takes this one?
So, Shook is just getting lucky. All right. I mean, the thing is, I'm not saying anything you guys don't already know, because he plays towards, hey, I've just got dumb luck, guys. And so when you get beat by him, it stings. So, I mean, I want that sting to continue.
Yes. Really, so you're picking the upset. I like that.
I want the sting to continue. I love it.
Okay. I don't think it's going to happen this week, but I feel you. I love it. Everyone
we'll see how much of this I get right and how much you get right.
Okay, we'll keep track. We will keep track. So let's move on to the game of the week, and that is 2-0, number one team in the league, high-scoring team, Party Like a Gronk Star, taking on the former champion last season, Mr. Austin Stoll and the Dak Street Boys. Now, out of the gate, like we said earlier, James Robinson had an awesome game last night, and that has propelled me to a 189 projected score over 161 for Austin, as Gesicki only scored 8.5 points at the tight end spot. So, Dan, let me give you the starting roster, okay?
No, because you're going to blow him out. I mean, I already know. It's not even – I mean, that's – oh, my God. I mean, if you want to go ahead and break his neck, go ahead and give me the roster. Jesus.
Yeah, last week, highest point total, I believe, in 3 seasons, 238 points, and we're on track. If Russell Wilson, I said it before, Russell Wilson is going to win the MVP this year. He's going to outperform Patty Mahomes and Lamar Jackson now that Seattle's throwing the ball more. And to me, that is undoubtedly one of the biggest stories this year is Russell Wilson's coming out as not only elite, but an elite of the elites. He always has been. He just never had the reins released from him.
I think a lot of that has to do with just the quarterback play of Patty Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And now, I mean, the question around Cam Newton and his shoulder, I mean, are you seeing how fast the velocity of the ball coming out of Cam.
Cam's back.
You've got all these veteran guys. That's why I think Kirk is going to have a good second part of the season, because if this doesn't fire you up as a quarterback in the NFL, these young guys coming in and doing their thing, I mean, Russell's got to show he's the GOAT. I mean, that's why I want to come back and do 14. But anyways, I'll go. You've seen the Michael Jordan document. I could have done anyways.
Yes, the Michael Jordan of L.E.G., Dan Nickel. Thanks for doing the rundown, Dan. We need to do this again.
Well, yeah, man. I just sparked a J, so.
What a perfect time to segue out of here. Thank you so much, Dan. Do you have anything to say to the members, your former combatants here in the L.E.G.?
It's some good ass week. Get your boy up. But 2K20. You fuckers play that. I sound like the Big Lebowski in a way. That's why I'm that cool. If you haven't met me.
A legend. A legend in life.
Legend.
A legend in fantasy football.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dan Nickel.
And Muhammad Ali.
And Muhammad Ali. Two GOATs. Look at that.
Shit. I'm a little shaky. Let the weed kick in. You'll see that shit stabilized.
A decade of dominance. The only award recipient for the decade of dominance is Dan Nickel.
Nah, I miss you guys. I had fun. This is the best league. No doubt. So JD does a great job with it. So
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Maybe if we have somebody drop out, you're definitely the first on the list to come
I want to do the
12. Or we expand to 14.
It's got to be 14 or more if you want Danny Boy back. Think about it, boys.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you for the insight, I think, on week 3 waiver wire pickups. Hopefully you guys got somebody you wanted. I know I did because I was up at 5 in the morning. Kids, yay. Also, do not be shy to share some betting tips with the rest of the league, like Austin Stoll here. Big money winner on FanDuel. Your commission is always trying to hook you guys up, so do not be shy. Post some awesome bets for the weekend because everybody could use the money. I've been your host, JD Break, the commish. We'll see you next week.